This is the intro, and welcome to the intro. If you ain't know so, this is the James Foreman Graffiti Podcast. I am your host, James Foreman. I'm happy you all took the time out of your busy schedules to come and check out my podcast. Now, before I even get started, I'm gonna say please, if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, help me out. I want to get as many followers as I can. Of course, that's the name of the game. Like I said, I'm James Foreman. I am a 34-year-old man from Helena, Arkansas. Now, I don't live in Helena anymore, but that's where I'm from. That's where I will rep forever because it made me the person I am today. It gave me strength. It gave me the want for more. I grew up impoverished in a very impoverished area. I'm just somebody who wants to take the time out to tell you a little bit about my story, about how I grew up, about my travels, about my experience in education and dating and life. I know what you're thinking. Here's another podcast of a guy telling everybody about how he knows it all, how he's some dating guru or some type of professional or some type of expert, but I'm really not. I'm just somebody who can give you my insight, my own perspective, and that's what this is all about. This isn't about me trying to tell you about how to live, just about what has happened to me while I have been living. And I want you all to please give me a chance. Tune in for some entertainment, tune in for some good content. Now, why this podcast, I call it graffiti because graffiti can be disruptive, it can be in your face, it can be unwanted, it can be unwelcome, and a lot of times that's what people's opinions are. And if you tune in to me, you might hear what you like, you might hear what you don't like, but I'm going to tell you about how I feel. I've never been one for the status quo. I've never been one to hold my tongue, especially when I get really passionate about a subject, as a lot of people who know me or who have known me know about me. So I'm going to be giving it to you raw and direct. And thank you for tuning in. And this is all about me having something to provide a purpose to. Just go for it. I've been struggling with this for a couple of years about having my own podcast, about putting my voice out, about stepping from behind the scenes in real life. I'm a very quiet, private person, but over the years, people I've encountered have told me that I should start trying to branch out more, that I have a voice, I have a special perspective on things that a lot of people might want to hear. And hopefully it goes far, and if it doesn't go past this room, I'm still going to thank you for tuning in, and I'm still going to go for it because that's what life is about. I'm just somebody my dad was in the Army, a little bit of background. My dad was in the Army. We moved to Italy when I was really young. We lived there for 4 years. We moved back to Arkansas when I was 6, going on maybe 7, I believe. And I've traveled places, I've seen a lot. And like I said, growing up where I grew up, I encountered a lot of things dealing with spirituality, dealing with religion, dealing with old school customs and beliefs. And that just shaped me into the person I am, but I'm still evolving, I'm still growing every day. I'm still getting better. I left Helena, I went to Arkansas State in Jonesboro. I have an English degree. I'm a trained educator. I write, I create things on the side, and I always like to do things that are artistic, that are creative. That's what fuels me. That's what gives me a sense of being alive. Everybody should have something that makes them feel alive, not just a job. A job is cool. There's nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5, nothing wrong with just going to pay the bills and providing for yourself as well as your family, but you have to do something that gives you passion, something that lights a fire under you. That's another thing. I'm into zodiacs. I'm a fire sign. So we're going to be definitely talking a lot about that because that's going to be the fuel for a lot of our discussion as far as, especially when it comes to dating and that type of stuff. We're going to get into that later. And I live in Little Rock. I've been here for a while. And I just want to say thank you all. We're going to have more content coming. I'm going to be talking about sports. I'm going to be talking about current events. Today is November 2nd. I went and voted. I hope you all did too. It is very, very, very important that you vote, that you get your voice out, that you make yourself heard. I hope it goes one way. I won't know until tomorrow. So we'll talk about that on the next episode. Tomorrow's November 3rd. Everybody, please, I hope you go out and vote. You won't hear this by then, but I still hope that you do go out and vote, and we're going to get some new blood in the office, and we're going to get things rolling in another direction. And I just want to take a minute on the outro now to thank the man upstairs for giving me the insight to do this, to want to spread my voice out to the world, to do something different, something I've never done before. I've never done public speaking. I've never really just done anything involved with people watching me. That's one of my things. I hate to be watched. But, we all have our own little anxieties and our own little things. So as you get older, you can outgrow some stuff. And as you just evolve into better people, you can always improve. So thank you, God. Thank my brother, my little brother. He came, he helped me set up all my equipment. I'm not a tech savvy person. I'll sit and read a literature book and read all day, but I don't play video games. I don't do none of that stuff. So he came and he helped me out tremendously. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you, little bro. I love you. Thank you for helping me out. Thank you for all my supporters. I hope you all take the time out in the future to subscribe, to give me a chance, to lend me your ears for a little bit, and just give the James Foreman Graffiti podcast a chance to do its thing, which is to be a little bit disruptive with a little bit of beauty at the same time. So I'll see you all in the future. Thank you for watching, and there's more to come. Y'all be cool.